Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of our Youth Round the Table. My name is Tasila Mvula and of course I'm not alone. On the panel I am with Tasheni, Mtale and
Aubrey.
Yeah. All right. So today we have another exciting topic, and today we'll be discussing about forgiveness and healing. You know, we pass through a lot, especially as youth. We've been hurt from betrayal, friendships, broken trust and the like. But how can you forgive somebody, and how easy is it? Wow. On the panel, hello guys. Hi. Okay. Yeah. Let's start with you, Tasha.
Forgiveness is
what is forgiveness to you?
forgiving. So for me, forgiving is just letting go of something that hurt you, be it a person or a situation. Just letting go.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and making peace with it.
Okay.
That's forgiveness.
Tali.
I'll stick with what Tasheni said. Forgiveness is choosing to let go of the anger, the bitterness,
Exactly.
the grudge, everything. Just letting go, being at peace, choosing to be at peace with the situation. That's forgiveness for me, and it's not so easy to do.
Oh yeah.
It's not easy to forgive. It's not easy to forgive. Yes, it's not easy.
Okay, our gents on the panel.
Forgiveness nikuvomera she. Kuvomera she. Like she said, it's not easy, but I think as human beings, especially that it depends on how deep the cut was. But at the end of the day, we just have to reconcile with ourselves and later on come to accept the situation. Yeah.
Why do you guys think it's so hard to forgive? Because that the situations whereby you say, okay, but we want to be an cheater. You see, it's so why is it so difficult for you to just let go? And
I think some of the reasons why it's very difficult to let go is it feels so unfair to forgive somebody who's not sorry.
Oh yeah.
You have not acknowledged that you're sorry, and then I just say, Tasida namchita forgive, and you are not sorry. You say you have not acknowledged.
No, yeah.
And then sometimes the wounds are so deep, they feel so personal. Okay. So it becomes very, very difficult to forgive because I feel like this is personal. You see, when I trust you and then you betray me, that's certain people I'll be like, oh, that one's my friend Anashtava, so it's very easy. So sometimes it also comes down to who has betrayed you. Who are you forgiving? So it also depends on who you're forgiving. So the closer we are to each other, the more it's very difficult to forgive because the wounds differ. So if you are very close to my heart and you betray me, the wound feels like it's deeper. So it makes it very, very difficult to forgive. And sometimes it's also because of trust. You see, I feel like if I forgive you, I'm going to let my guard down. And when I let my guard down, you're going to hurt me again in future. So because of that, I'm going to hold on to that anger. So that the moment I try to forgive you, I'll be like, you're saying I'm to forgive. And I'm so go So it's very, very difficult to forgive. I feel those are some of the reasons why it's very difficult to forgive.
Okay.
Yes.
I think why it's hard is because betrayal mostly comes from the people that are close to us.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And I think the Bible tells us in Psalms 41, verse 9, to say, even the people that I was breaking bread with are the ones that actually betrayed me. And that was Jesus. It's an example of Jesus. When you look at Joseph, the king of dreams, betrayal came from his brothers that he used to live with. So it breaks so hard, and it's so hard to forgive because mostly betrayal comes from the people that are close to us. But in as much as the Bible say forgive 70 by 70, it's difficult, but we can forgive, but it's not easy. But what makes it difficult are the factors I'm sure that we're going to talk about on this table, because it's a broad way, and you have to understand why didn't I forgive that person. So I think, like what she had said, it depends with the relationship and how deep the cut was. That's why it's
I think
hard.
I've said it depends with the impact, because there's certain things that somebody will do to that will literally change your life, and you have to start from ground zero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Imagine can you forgive such a person?
So you have to
the impact of the same event also depends.
All right. So we've talked about forgiveness. So what is this healing? It's a difference, huh? Forgiveness and healing. What is healing?
So I feel like healing also is letting go of the. I feel once I forgive you, I would say healing is more on the forgetting. You know, they will say, I will forgive, but I can't forget.
Yeah.
When you forgive and you don't forget, I feel like you have not healed.
Okay.
When I say I have forgiven this person and I have healed, I need to let go completely to the point where I never find myself going back there to that situation. Then I have healed. But if I say, oh no, I have forgiven Tasila, but I keep going back to that situation, I find myself going back to that situation, that betrayal, it means I have not healed. So I feel like healing is more like forgetting.
Okay.
That's when you can say, I have healed. Because you have forgotten about the whole situation. You have moved on. You're at peace now. Okay. You're at peace with everything.
Lovely.
I think what I'm going to say is a little bit different from what you said. Okay. For me, I feel like you can heal and forgive a person, but you can't forget what they did to you.
Oh, okay. That's a
you can actually heal. You've forgiven that person and you've healed, but you haven't forgotten what they did to you.
Okay.
Yes.
So you agree with what people said? Say, okay, just forgive, but
don't forget. Yes. Because if you forget, don't do it again. No, it is forgiving. Forgiving. It is forgiving.
If you have not forgotten, I feel like if you have not forgotten, you have not healed. Because why are you still in the past? Why are you still living in the past?
You're not really living in the past. You just remember exactly what they did to you, and you've not brought them back to your circle again.
Can I be the deal breaker? Okay, I think healing. Healing simply means living with the pain.
Okay.
Because living with the pain means I've endured it, but I'll never return to it.
Okay.
You understand? So when you have healed, for instance, I'll give you a practical example. The most common causes of why you are talking about healing is heartbreak. Right? So for instance, you are going out with someone probably who was violent, and then they made you go through this situation. When you heal, one, you're forgiven, but when you heal, you will never go back to such a situation. Because now you know, once a man triggers those violent scenarios, you back off because you can't handle it anymore. But that doesn't mean that you hold on to a particular piece of that, but you're now living with it. Yeah, so I think for me, that's what healing is. Because definitely, not tolerating it is healing. Because now you accept, but I can't forgive and forget. That's a scenario that comes in, because I'll tell you, there are people who have been, like for instance, you're in a marriage of 20 years, been from nowhere, shit crumbles down and so they'll be breaking down, they'll be whatever, but definitely there'll be a point whereby you now say, okay, since this marriage didn't work out, can I try a different marriage? And you find someone else who's, but that doesn't mean that and then you have hated everyone else and children can't go and visit, no. Said, okay, with boundaries, you go. You broke my heart, whatever, but I've healed, I found something better. So you're living with the pain now. Yes, it's ice, it's ice, cake on the ice, yes.
Cake on the ice. All right. So now, how do you fully know that, okay, I've healed from past hurtful experience? You know, sometimes some experiences are just like too much, and sometimes you wouldn't know if you've truly healed. I'll just say, okay, I've healed, but that thing is still hurting, or I'm still, like she said, holding on to something. Like, how do I know to say, okay, I've fully healed?
I don't against that.
Okay.
I think the first thing about healing is also accepting, because I'll give you a practical example. When you're in a relationship, and then, for instance, when I'm in a relationship, you have 5 years, then it crumbles. So now, for the men or for the women, some people may heal in the snap of a finger, because probably they have been through a lot, and then they were just, and then that's why people are pretending that they're in love and whatever. But I think when you can live with a particular situation. Like for instance, if the person who broke your heart, you can meet at church and just say hi. Then you have healed. And it doesn't trigger any pain. It doesn't trigger any anxiety. It doesn't trigger anything. You know?
But if you feel that
but
pain.
then there's no healing. So
Okay.
accepting, and you can live with it. Like, you have seen people, I think personally, I'm friends with almost all my ex-girlfriends, and I think it doesn't bother me because it's past, it's what under the bridge. Because why would I hold on to regret to someone who does it? And then I call you, we meet at the mall. When hi, how are you? It's okay, then I've healed, I've lived with it. But the moment I see her with someone else, chopping then there's no healing. So healing is accepting to say, okay, this situation is how it is, and then we're just okay. Because some of us have, like the people who have probably betrayed us, are people that are around us.
Yeah.
You know? Whether I like it or not, you meet at one point. So it's just important to learn to live with the situation. And the moment you reach at that peak, you understand. Facebook, there will be no anger, there will be no envy. And then that's when you know, talk up, have a pit. But there's no healing. Yeah.
So I feel like you also, when the situation stops triggering you, you see that certain traumas that you've gone through, and then you just come across it. Maybe you come across a video that's similar to what you went through, and it triggers you.
Yeah.
You see, you will know to say you have not healed.
Okay.
Then you know when you heal, you reach a point where you would even laugh about the situation. And you'll be like, guys, I used to cry. And, so you would know to say you have healed.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing can trigger you, because now you know, you meet the person and you're at peace. You'll be like, that guy made me cry before. Like, oh, that was my friend. She made me cry. She betrayed me. And then it's not, that the anger. There's no anger in you. There's no bitterness. There's no grudge. There's nothing. Your heart is just calm. It's like very calm. You're like, oh, that girl betrayed me once. That guy betrayed me once, and I've met him, and you're not feeling anything. So I feel like the moment you're never triggered with that situation, then you have healed.
Okay.
Because now you're at peace.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So how does holding on to a grudge affect somebody?
Holding on to a grudge, I think spiritually, it distances you away from God.
Yeah.
Because you cannot kneel down and pray whilst your heart is heavy. You can't. So because you are not praying, the relationship that you have with God is going to become distant. Okay? It also makes you feel your self-esteem goes down. You have that grudge, so you're constantly going to be asking yourself to say, why does it announce so? Why does it announce so? So you see, your self-esteem is even going to go down because now I'm questioning myself. I'm questioning myself, my worth. Because I'm constantly asking myself, why did she do that to me? Why did she do that to me? You see? And then it's also going to cause you to have anxiety. Because every time I think about you, every time I see you, so it's going to cause me to have anxiety, stress, sleepless nights. I'm not going to be at peace with myself. I'm not going to have joy in my life because now I'm angry. I am bitter. I'm just going to become this person who's just, I don't even know how I can explain it, but then it really affects us like that.
Okay.
Yes.
So for me, I always say this: forgiveness is for you and not for the other person.
True.
Because sometimes you might be holding a grudge against somebody who doesn't even know what umuzonda move on.
Oh, they don't even care.
But you're the one who's holding that grudge. So for me, I always say forgiveness is for yourself and not for the other person. Because once you forgive that person, you break that bondage, that negative energy that you have towards that person. So you free yourself. When you forgive, you're actually free. And in the Bible, it says, when we ask our favorite prayer in the Catholic Church, which is our Lord's Prayer, it says, forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. So how do you expect God to forgive you when you yourself you're holding something against somebody?
True.
So even as we're praying, the first thing that we do in the Catholic Church is we ask for forgiveness. That's the first prayer that we offer to the Lord. So for you to actually go, and some people even receive when they know to say, I'm holding something against somebody. So for me, forgiveness is, it really holds our blessings. Because I remember there was a time, there's this girl I hated. I hated her so much. I won't say why. But there were certain things that were just not going right in my life. I would try to pray, but you are holding something against somebody. In the time I just said, okay, whatever happened, let me just forgive. And certain things just started going right in my life. So forgiveness sometimes holds our blessings because we're holding something against somebody. You can't go to God and pray when deep down you know to say, I'm holding something against somebody. So for me, forgiveness, it helps you.
Why is it hard? Why is it hard?
It's very hard to forgive.
And why does it destroy us? I think there's these words that I love in a song. Say, my own faith failed me. Friends and family turned their back on me. But God, you wait. So, forgiveness. People don't know. no matter how long it takes, but just forgive. Because once you don't forgive, if it's relationship, it will destroy relationships, because all the relationships you are going to go into will be based on the previous pain that you had. If it is marriage, it's going to destroy all the marriages you're going to come. I've seen women jump from this marriage because they did not forgive and heal from the past. If it is a friendship, you find people like friends who even have proper intentions for you. But because you have not healed from that process, even someone who probably would even give you $1 million kwacha for a business, but you will take advantage because so forgiveness, like Tasheni had said, is for you and not for everyone else. Exactly. But it may not be easy, but no matter how long it takes, always know that you're forgiving not anyone else but yourself. You know, the Bible gives an example of Joseph, the king of dreams. One of my favorite stories in the Bible. He was betrayed by his brothers. But when they came years after years, he tried to be bitter, but he discovered, how can a man who's second to Pharaoh be so bitter when I've got all the powers that I can just say at Papa, but they are my family, and then they did, and they are remorseful. So you don't have to wait for the person who angered you to come and say, I'm remorseful. Some people have got this, they have never raised well. They will never come and say, sorry, Papa. No. But as long as it happened, reach a point where you understand, okay, but so once you understand that, then you know that forgiveness is not for anyone else but for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, forgiveness, healing.
Yeah.
Okay, so there comes a part of faith. What role does faith and prayer play or help, in the process of healing and forgiving?
Okay, I think the role that prayer plays, especially us as a church, I think, you find a lot of joy and healing in the Bible. Yeah, so the first thing that the church plays and prayer is understanding that venting to God is the best solution. Exactly. That's the best solution to healing. Because when you go into the room and stay alone and pray to God, you are complaining to Him. You read the scripture will guide you, because mind you, you're not the first person to be betrayed. Even the Son of God was betrayed, and the Bible encourages us after the betrayal by Judas. Exactly. So I think we need to understand that once we go into these situations, especially as Catholic youths, we have to go and vent into God, because that's what prayer does to us. Prayer will take away the pain. You do the prayers, you do a novena, but we don't understand this. We run away and we want to run to the world. And then when now the world is tired of us, now it has swallowed us and thrown us back, then we want to come back when already things are already ways. So I think as Christian youths, we need to understand that anytime we go through these pains, or all the time we go through these these healing issues, let's run to prayer, because prayer is the only solution, and it's the first key to healing and anything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I think he's given us the answer. You guys agreeing to what?
Yeah, yes.
All right, okay, so quickly before we conclude, can forgiveness restore broken friendships, broken trust, family bonds?
I think forgiveness can restore. It can restore. You see, one thing about forgiveness is when you betray me, you and I are going to pass through a certain phase in life. So when I decide to forgive you, okay, I'm actually going to even understand you more. And after the forgiveness, I can actually find myself loving you even more than I loved you before. Because of whatever situation that we passed through, okay, whatever anger or bitterness I had towards you, after I go through the process of forgiveness and healing, I will actually understand where you were coming from. It's not every betrayal that happens like, some are bad, some are because of circumstances. And when I try to understand, to say, okay, why did Tasila do this? I'm going to understand where you're coming from. And then that's going to actually mend our relationship and make our relationship better. So when I forgive you, I go through the healing. Our friendship and our relationship can actually even become better after forgiveness. So you see, because forgiveness is letting go of all that anger. So when I say I have let go of that anger and you are sorry, you see, I'll be willing to mend our relationship after that. Okay. You understand, huh? Because you are sorry. You have said sorry. People make mistakes. Yeah. Like Aubrey said, you're not the first person to be betrayed. Yeah. Jesus was betrayed and he forgave. So when you're sorry, I have forgiven you, I have gone through the healing, I think forgiveness can mend relationships after.
Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right. Our question.
In any kind.
You want to say something?
In any kind.
Okay. Okay, please.
Okay. It depends. It can build or not, because the first thing we need to understand is what really happened. I think makamaka kuri wakazi it's rare. Until broken bones back, it's very rare, because we have got elephantic memory. Yes, we can say anamkurukira, but it's just on the face, and you passing each other, be saying hi, but it's not true forgiveness. So that's why I'm saying the bonds. It's not easy for the bonds to come in. So once we understand what forgiveness is, then bonds can be remended. But I can tell you, there are, especially from the women point of view, there are women who have hated each other for over 15 years, but they come and they say hi to each other. And there'll be something that is going to trigger and then you bring it back. But within the last time. So I think once we talk about such topics and understand what really healing is and forgiveness is, it's okay. For men, it's different. Because us, we'll talk about it when we're having a light moment. Next time, don't repeat it. Next time, don't repeat it. Next time, we don't carry it on unless surely it was something that you did and it was bad. And then I'll just walk out from you, then start doing anything. But with women, you will carry your grudges even to the grave, because you didn't understand what healing is all about.
No, but Aubrey, I feel like, I'm also disagreeing.
I think it also depends with how you were raised, right? So for me, I come from a home where after some time we have like a family meeting. We understand we have like a family meeting, and if there are issues there and then, whether you like it or not, you need to start talking there and then. So there are also other people that were raised to say, right? So it also depends with how you were raised. For me, if we have like a conversation, say, oh, I'm sorry, this happened like this and like that. If I've said I've forgiven you, because for me, I don't even fake it. If I haven't forgiven you, I'll tell you to say, so it also depends with how you were raised. For me, I was raised like that. If you don't like the person, better let her not say. Because if you just do something wrong, you even know me. If somebody does something wrong to me, so that I avoid having that with that person. Because me, if I hate you, you just tell from the world, I'll be looking at you to say this person doesn't like me. So to avoid that, and for my mental health and my peace, I'd rather just talk about it. And if I haven't forgiven you, I'll tell you there and then. Even females, it's like that. It's that you can be like, but for us females,
that's true. Because I feel like also like I said, it depends on the situation. Why are you not going to be friends or fix the bond with somebody who's actually sorry? She has come to apologize. She is sorry for whatever she did. We have talked about it.
Do you know that there are people just say sorry for the sake of
just saying with no remorse.
With no remorse. Okay, sorry, I'm sorry.
So it also depends with this. And there's some people who actually don't say sorry. You are not sorry for what you did. I am willing to let go. And there's some people who you will say sorry, but then you go and do this. You repeat the thing again. You do it again. So it's also actually okay not to mend relation. Nobody is forcing you. You can forgive the person, but it's also okay not to mend the relationship.
Exactly.
It's also okay because there's some people who are toxic in nature. You're very toxic. You did something bad to me. We talked about it. I forgave you. When the boys are foot, and then it's just we're back to square one. So it's also okay for me to love you at a distance. I love you, you're my friend, but I'm going to love you from a distance because you don't want to change. And then there's some people who are not sorry. Something has happened. I've told you to say, Tasila, I'm not happy about this, and you're just there looking at me like I'm waiting for an apology, and you're just there so it's also okay that I'm going to forgive you, and I'll be like, you know what, me and Tasila are not on the same page because I was expecting her to apologize, at least apologize for what she did. We start the healing process, the forgiveness process, but you're not willing. So it's also okay. There's certain bonds that cannot be mended because somebody crossed a boundary. Okay, but that doesn't mean when somebody does something wrong to you in his chest, still a friendship, no. It does not mean that.
That's it.
Okay, lovely, guys. As we conclude, what steps can young people take, to start their own journey of healing and forgiveness?
So for me, firstly, before we even talk about young people, the church.
Oh yeah.
One thing that I've noticed is there are a lot of people that we don't like in the church that have done wrong things to us, and we don't really like have a proper channel of communication where we can go and tell, or maybe it's the bambo, the words, where we can say that this is the structure to say if somebody has done something wrong to you, you can actually go and tell this person and say, okay, this person did this to me, and I didn't like the way this person approached me, this and that happened. One thing that I've noticed is we're holding grudges even in the church. So I think firstly, before even talk about how we are supposed to start the healing process, let's have a structure in the church where people can go to when there are all these wrangles in the church and everything. Okay?
Let's address them.
Yes, where we can go and talk to mami, and if that person can say sorry, they should say sorry. So steps to healing. What everybody has said, acceptance.
Acceptance, yeah.
Accept to say whatever happened, happened. Sometimes it's not really about forgiving the other person. It might be about forgiving yourself. Maybe something happened in the past and you're blaming yourself to say, maybe I should have, maybe you were raped, you're telling yourself, oh, maybe I should have told mommy, I should have done this and that. So accept to say whatever happened, happened. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Whatever happened in the past, and it's not your fault. Secondly, if you can open up to someone, be it your diary, be it your friend, just have somebody that you can talk to. In as much as I'm not a person that likes opening up, but I've also seen the power of just like talking to a friend that you actually trust. It actually lifts the burden off your shoulders. You actually feel relieved. Pray. There's that verse in the Bible, which is it Matthew 11 verse 28? Yes. That talks about taking your loads to God. Pray about it. Cry if need me. If you're a cry baby like me, if you're God's last born like me, just cry. And find something that you can be doing. Be it. But for me, if I feel I'm not okay, if there's something that I'm healing, I like resorting to poetry. I'm a poet.
Okay, lovely.
Yes, I'm a poet. So when I go for rehearsals, I feel relieved. Be it reading a book, reading the Bible, anything that is just going to distract you from that feeling. Right? So I think, those are the steps to healing.
Okay, so I guess that point concludes for us on the panel.
Yes, please.
Do we all agree?
Yes, it does.
All right, so we call it a day on a youth on the table or youth around the table. Till next time, it is goodbye.
Bye.